Hello, fellow UUs. I want to urge you to tell your congregation's delegates to General Assembly to vote against Jay Kiskell and instead vote for Reverend Sam Trumbore. Jay Kiskell is one of the co-founders of the Fifth Principle Project. The Fifth Principle Project says it supports the democratic process, open and robust debate, appeals to reason, and they say they're averse to personal attacks. In their own words, they say play the ball, not the person. They say they're especially concerned when people are canceled or silenced, and especially when the reasons for that aren't clear. And they're also very much against when people's motives are called into question. In other words, they believe in assuming best intentions. In particular, they claim to want a vigorous, open, and transparent debate around anti-racism and anti-oppression work at the UUA. I think these are great ideals. But if they support open and transparent debate, why are they adamant that their Facebook group stay closed to outsiders? The reality of Fifth Principle Project that I witness is very different. Fifth Principle Project is okay with personal attacks, questioning people's motives, limiting debate, even canceling people, as long as the people in control are white or white supporting, and as long as the people being attacked or questioned or canceled are people of color or supporting people of color. The most recent essay on their website shows this double standard that I see in action. It says that UUs of color are on, quote, a quest for money and power. If that's not a personal attack, if that's not questioning somebody's motives without any reason to do so, I don't know what is. But again, apparently at the Fifth Principle Project, attacking somebody's motives is okay when it's directed at UUs of color or their supporters, but not at white people. When UUA trustee Cristina Rivera said that the stress caused by racism at the UUA sent her to the hospital with heart trouble, Fifth Principle Project responded, quote, questions naturally arise about the cause of the damage to Ms. Rivera's heart, adding, did her doctor determine that it was indeed caused by white supremacy? This is from one of the most recent articles on the Fifth Principle Project website. Saying that questions naturally arise to me is an incredibly disingenuous use of passive voice and a wildly inappropriate use of the word naturally, without having any evidence to doubt what Cristina Rivera said about her own body. Fifth Principle Project is here casting doubt on the truth of what she said. This is exactly the sort of unsubstantiated attack that Fifth Principle Project has railed against and says that they abhor when the target has been a white man. When I pointed out to Fifth Principle Project that this article contained the exact kind of unsubstantiated personal attack of someone's motives that Fifth Principle Project had called out in the past, their response was to threaten to cancel me. Quote, let this post stand as a warning. This will no longer be tolerated, they wrote. And this was actually one of a number of threats to cancel me. I responded, if I have made any ad hominem attack or any unsupported allegation, I would like to know about it so I can fix my behavior. Please direct me to any and every specific example. To that, I received silence. I didn't receive any specific examples. Again, this canceling people or silencing gadflies, especially without giving any clear reason or providing what they call due process, is exactly what Fifth Principle Project says they're very much against. So what's going on here? Let's be clear. Fifth Principle Project is a home to a backlash against the anti-racism movement within the UUA. In fact, Fifth Principle Project itself says it was founded in opposition to a UUA statement opposing white supremacy culture in the institution. And this is the reason Jay Kiskell gives for why he's gotten involved in UUA politics. He believes the UUA is being too hard on white people. What animates the Fifth Principle Project most, in all that I've seen in their postings, isn't sensible governance reforms or changes to the democratic process, though they do advocate some, and I think it's worth considering what they say. But what seems to animate them most and where they spend the most time in their advocacy is against anti-racist ideas and practices. To be honest, I love the idea of a rigorous debate about the best ways to be anti-racist. Unfortunately, Fifth Principle Project isn't that. At Fifth Principle Project, apparently you can't criticize white people, but questions about people of color naturally arise. Whether they intend to or not, Fifth Principle Project is using a race-based double standard here. For this reason, I can't support Jay Kiskell for UUA trustee. Please talk to your congregation's General Assembly delegates and let them know what you think. And also in this video description, I link to a petition that I invite you to sign calling on delegates to oppose Kiskell and support Trumpor.